A few weeks ago, Hypixel Skyblock released a new update called The Rift. This update added a whole new area that's pretty much an inverted version of the normal Skyblock hub. However, with it is its own separate inventory and quest lines. When the Rift released, I didn't really pay any attention to it because I thought it was going to be boring and I had other stuff I was working on. After about a week, I finally started grinding it. Within about 3 days of playing the Rift, I had pretty much completed the whole thing aside from a few things like buying one of those Rift auction things, like why are those things so expensive? And killing a Vampire Slayer tier 5, which is just completely painful. Once I started playing the Rift, I realized how good it was. First of all, I noticed how aesthetically pleasing it was, like mixing the end dimension and mycelium blocks together. I would not have expected those blocks to work well together. Another thing that really helped a lot was the Rift guide. If you don't know what to do, this thing literally tells you what to do. It even gives you hints on where the Enigma souls are in each section. Lastly, the Sea Leech and Backed have really interesting fights that are very well done. My only problem with Backed is how long it takes, which reminds me of the Magma boss, only it's more painful, because you literally need to do it like 5 times. One of my favorite parts of the update is the newly added Vampire Slayer. The boss is the most complicated out of all the other Slayers, which makes it very fun to grind. The only problem with its complexity is that if there's any lag, you're pretty much doomed. However, they made the max Slayer level 5, which is nice, so you don't have to do like 800 tier 5s just to get some Skyblock XP. One thing that is especially interesting about this update is the revolvement around time. All the normal mobs don't deal damage to you, but they take away some of your time. The more time you have, the more access to areas you have. The main Rift downer for me, however, is the Mirrorverse. This area is cool in idea, but some things are just extremely painful. Most of it isn't too bad except for the ceiling parkour and the dance floor. The lava parkour isn't that bad except for the fact that if you want to get the talisman, you have to do it on hard mode. That means that blocks will disappear after standing on them for like a second or two, and if you fall in the lava, it teleports you all the way back to the start. Now for my least favorite part of this update, the dance floor. It looks fairly simple, except for the fact that you have to have really good reflexes and muscle memory for an extended period of time without lag. There's no checkpoints, so if you mess up, you have to restart the whole thing, and it can get confusing if there's other people doing it in there as well. Yeah, there's a pretty good reason why this is pretty much everyone's least favorite part of the Rift update. Anyway, that pretty much sums it up for this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Rift update in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.